You've heard me say it, I've been praising working with a prep center if you are an online arbitrage seller on Amazon. But as everything, there's pros and cons. So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you some pros and some cons of working with a prep center, as I said I did in yesterday's video. Before we actually do, link in the description, join our Discord server. By the way, subscribe to my channel, then join the Discord server if you want to meet people selling on Amazon, if you have any questions you want to ask about selling on Amazon. All right, so let's start with the pros of selling with a prep center, of working with a prep center for your Amazon FBA business. All right, so the first pros is that it's gonna save you a lot of time. As I said in yesterday's video, working with a prep center, like prepping your inventory, is what takes, like, what you spend the most time on your Amazon FBA business. And the more you grow, like the amount of time that you spend on prepping inventory gets like crazy. As I said in yesterday's videos, at one point I was prepping for 2 full days a week, right? Twice a week for the whole day I was prepping inventory. All right, it gets out of hand super fast. And if you have a full-time job, it's not easy, to be honest. If you really want to grow that business at the same time as you work your job, you will need to get a prep center. There's just no other way around it. It's just, you cannot just make it work without a prep center if you have a full-time job and you need to grow that business. If you reach that point where you need to spend 2 days a week to prep your inventory, because you're going to work 7 days a week if you do this. It's 5 days at your job, and the weekend you're going to spend it prepping inventory. So it does not make sense, right? So this is the first pro. Second, it's easier to scale and expand your business, because even if you have your own warehouse and you start having more stuff to prep, like if you want to expand, you're gonna need to hire new employees or get more space and stuff. With the prep center, it's easy. You just send more stuff, you just let them take care of everything. And if really it's gonna be really hard for before it becomes like, or like it becomes it becomes too difficult for your prep center. But even if it's the case, you just get a second prep center, you split your shipments in between those 2 prep centers, right? So that was the second pros. Third, you're gonna save on sales tax. All right, saving on sales tax. Get a prep center on a sales tax free state where you do not pay sales tax, such as Oregon, Montana. There's other states, just look it up on Google. But even if you pay the prep fee, whatever you pay your prep center to prep your inventory, oftentimes like $1.30. I pay $1.30. You're gonna save that on sales tax, right? I'm saving that on sales tax because I'm in a sales free state, right? So I pay $1.30. So if I were to buy an inventory at an item, at $20. I will have to pay, if I shipped it right there in Florida, I will have to pay $1.40 on sales tax on top of those $20, right? If I ship it to my prep center, I do not pay anything. I just pay $1.30 to prep the inventory, all right? So I'm saving 10 cents effectively on that specific item, all right? So I'm actually paying less and I have someone else do the work of prepping the inventory. So at the end of the day, I'm making money on that, right? So this is one of the biggest pros when it comes to working with a prep center. And it's actually not the biggest, because I think the biggest is that you can work from anywhere in the world. So for example, right now I'm going to travel back home. I'm going to spend the summer, maybe not the whole summer, I do not know yet, but I have the freedom to do it, and this is why I'm so glad that I actually start working with a prep center and I did it in advance, because right now I have the freedom to do whatever I want and go wherever I want. So I want to go back to my family if I want to go back to my family for 1 year, if I want to. If I do not want to come back to the US, I'm totally free to do it. I don't know whenever I'm going to go back to the US. I don't know if I want to travel to other countries. I'm not sure, to be honest. And it's none of your business. I'm joking. I'll let you know on YouTube. But yeah, I'm free to do whatever I want and go wherever I want, to be honest. I work 1 hour a day, not even 1 hour a day. I work more on this YouTube business than I work on my Amazon business. So I'm free to go wherever I want. If I want to stay home for like 6 months, I can stay home for 6 months. If I want to travel the world, I can travel the world. And so this is one of the big advantage of working with a prep center. Now, let's look at the cons. So the first cons I would say is that it's costly, all right? It costs you some money, but you see that if you work with a prep center in a sales-free in a sales tax-free state, it's gonna offset that cost, right? But like, because of that cost, there's a few products that if you've been shipping stuff to your house are not gonna work anymore, right? It's just not gonna work. So as I said in yesterday's video as well, I was selling a lot of kids clothes that I was buying for like even less than $5 an item, and it was super profitable. But I did a lot of volume with those clothes, with this clothing, right? And if you add this on top, if you add the prep fee on top, it's taking a big chunk of the return on investment, right, from those products, because the profit by itself was not that much, but it was like everything was above 60% return on investment, and like just adding 130 on top of that, like if it's, let's say I buy the stuff at $3, I make $2 profit. If I add 130 on that, I'm just making 70 cents profit, and so it eats a lot of the margin. So what I'm saying. So it's not worth it anymore, and a lot of those opportunities that you were able to take advantage of when you ship to your house, and if you just live overseas, it does not apply to you, but like you are not going to be able to take advantage of those opportunities that are super great when you start, because you can push a lot of units for not that much money, and even if you make a mistake, it's not gonna affect you a lot because it's cheap inventory. And this is why I was able to grow so fast. But like there's a lot of opportunities such as this one that you're not going to be able to take advantage of. Same thing with, if you order a lot of beauty products, sometimes they just send you free samples like randomly. And a lot of them, I have boxes right there. I have some boxes. I have a lot of boxes full of free samples that I still have from the day where I was shipping to my house, right? And the thing is that sometimes you don't know what they're gonna send you, and you need to go through all the samples one by one and see what's selling on Amazon. And one of the way I was able to really push my return on investment, average return on investment up, is by taking advantage of those free samples that I kept receiving. You cannot necessarily do it with with online, when you do retail. I'm sorry, when you ship to your prep center, because it's not really practical. What I was able to do is just stick everything into those boxes, and whenever I had time, whenever I was prepping, if I had like a little bit less items this week, for example, to prep, I would go through all the boxes of free stuff that I have and build a shipment. I'm sorry for that. So this is one of the biggest cons, but it's fine because right now I'm really trying to scale my business, and I'm not really looking at some trick plays like these to hack my way into some bigger numbers, right? So another issue that you're gonna need to deal with is order cancellations. All right, you're gonna need to deal with more order cancellations, and you're gonna need to find a way to work around it. All right, and a big thing if you work with if you actually buy, how is it called, discounted gift card, is that some websites, they do not just refund your gift card, but they ship the gift card back through the mail, right? And so they're gonna ship the gift card to your prep center, and you're gonna ask them to send you a picture of the gift card. But the issue is that some prep center are gonna charge you for this, so you lose a little bit of money here and there, and then your money get ties up a little bit more to that gift card and stuff, and by the time it takes time for your prep center to process it. So for that reason, it's a big con. It's really a big con. And talking about order cancellation, you're gonna work with a commercial address as well most of the time. If you can work with a smaller prep center with a residential address, it can be helpful as well. I think I'm gonna look for a second prep center with a commercial address to start doing this, but yeah, it's not easy because because of the commercial address, you're gonna get way more order cancellation, and yeah, it's not gonna be as easy as when you ship to your house. So this is one of the big cons. But once again, if you are overseas and that's the only choice you have, right? So yeah, this is something that you need to work with, right? Is it the last one? Yeah, this is the last one. This is the last big cons that I have for working with a prep center. And it is that, when you have damaged inventory, when you receive inventory that's damaged, it's going to be a lot of back and forth, right? So you're going to need to ask your prep center to take pictures. You're going to need to send those pictures to the suppliers, and try to figure out. This is a big cons because when you receive the products, when you see that they are damaged in your house, it's easy. You just take the pictures, just send an email, you go to the live chat, and it's easily done, right? When it's with your prep center, it's a lot more back and forth. But the great thing is that you can outsource that. To be honest, if you have a VA, he can take care of all that for you. I haven't done it yet. This is something that I should do, that I should outsource. But yeah, this is one big con. This is going to add a lot of back and forth. The great thing is that you can outsource that back and forth, to be honest. So that's the pros and cons of working with a prep center. I hope this video was helpful. Link in the description if you want to join the Discord, subscribe to my channel, like the video, do all that stuff, because it's going to help me grow this channel. And thank you for watching. Watch those old videos on the screen about selling on Amazon. I release a new video every single day about selling on Amazon. I haven't missed a single day since January 1st. We're going for the whole year and beyond. So thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for a new video.